How's it going, everyone? My name is Garrett Helms.
And I'm Savannah Whittaker.
And this is Hot Potato. All right, well, I guess we'll start with this first sauce here, the Melinda's Mango. It's just a one fire, so maybe slightly tangy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll put it on this one, and we can start with the first questions.
Yeah,
There you
okay.
go.
So how does being the same major as your wife help empower the both of you?
That's actually really good. Yeah, I would say it's been really nice because our majors complement each other. I'm a software engineering major. She's a web design and development major. So we both have a little bit of experience in both of our expertises, you could say. But she's more on the artistic side of design, while I handle more of the back end stuff. And it's been really cool because when we tag team for projects and stuff, I'm able to focus more on my back end stuff, and she really gets to just focus on making the site like pop and making it look really cool. And so we've worked on a couple of projects like that, and she's always like, yeah, when are you gonna work on your next project? Because she wants to develop her skills more, and I think she's really good at what she does. So
Yeah.
I would say that's pretty much how it's empowered us both. All right.
Okay, my
Savannah's
turn.
question.
Let's go for it.
So your question, it's a very, very difficult one. Why BYU-I? It's
That's
mango.
good. I know, that's good. Why BYU-I? Well, to be honest with you, I did not want to go here.
Really?
That was not my dream. I came here in 2020 at the beginning, right before COVID hit, and I was here for 6 weeks before we got sent home, and I was like, I will never go back there. I hated winter, but
Shared by many students.
I mean, as you can imagine. And so when I got married, it was nearing the end of 2022, and we're like trying to like kind of decide what our life plans are. And I was like, I think we need to go to college. I think we need to give that another shot. And we actually initially applied for BYU, and we didn't get in. And so I was like, oh no, we're gonna have to go to BYU-I. Like that's our like only option. And so that kind of led us here. And for like the first couple of months, it was like a really hard struggle because we came back in winter again, and we didn't really like it. But it wasn't until like I finally like got normal into like the swing of things and going to classes and like kind of seeing what the classes sizes were and like how tailored the instructors are to like your needs, and a lot of like hands-on learning. And it's actually like really nice to be like in a walkable place where hey, like you can go places and you can make friends. It's not that hard. It was actually really nice. And so I've kind of grown to love it, especially like going to Yellowstone or going to the Grand Targhee. Like it's been really fun. And so I'm able to do it with my best friend, and I actually wouldn't change anything about our life path because the memories I've made here has been really nice.
All right. Well, our next hot sauce is Melinda's Black Truffle hot sauce. And by the way, we're not sponsored or affiliated by this. It was hot sauce at Walmart I found it. So it is a 2-fire sauce. So we'll give that a shot, and we'll go on to our next question.
Yeah. Okay. What about being a CSE student is currently the hardest part?
The hardest part of being a CSE student. Let me marinate in the sauce. Whoa, that one is a little spicier. It's not too bad, though.
Okay.
I think balancing using AI with not using AI in your education is probably the hardest thing. Because we love AI, it makes coding a lot easier, but at the same time, misuse of it can deprive us of learning essential skills
Right.
for the industry. AI is not always right. It can often hallucinate, and it may not know the answer to a problem you're working on, especially if it's a more abstract, complex problem that you need a certain, you need a certain time complexity for or something. And so I think that would probably be the hardest thing. The way I've done it is I use AI to help me learn stuff, and then I ask it to give me practice questions. Very simple. And the nice thing about AI is it's infinitely patient. You can ask it a million questions. It's never going to be like, you should know this. No. That's what makes it great for learning code, is you can just keep on asking it the same questions, no matter how simple, no matter how small. And I think if you can use AI like that, it will really make your learning a lot better. You ready to try this out?
Yeah, hit me.
All right. It's pretty spicy. It's not like, it's nothing like what we're going to get to later.
I ain't no wimp.
Yeah. Not a fan. Black truffle flavor. It's different.
It's not. I wouldn't even say it's spicy. It's just tastes like truffle.
Well, while you're thinking that over, how did you and your husband meet?
We met at McDonald's.
At McDonald's?
Yeah. So, picture this. So we're in the peak of COVID. He's going to Western Washington. I am here at BYU, Idaho. We both get sent home. So, what do you do for money? You go down the street and you go play at the local McDonald's. That's what you do. And so I went and then I applied and got my job back there because I started there before I left for school the first time. And I became a manager. And then Brogan came along, and he came in like September of 2021. Sorry, 2020. He was 2020, and so we were working together. And at first, I didn't really like him. I don't really pay attention to new hires. So I'm there working the graveyard shift, and then I go home. But a couple months later, he gave me a birthday present, and we hadn't even formally spoken.
Oh, that's really sweet of him.
And yeah, it was really sweet because he had asked one of my coworkers, what was my favorite skincare items? What kind of candles did I like? And he actually even got me a pair of Vans.
Wow.
Yeah. He was so nice. And he didn't even ask me out then. He handed me my present and was like, here you go. And then he walked away.
Wow.
Then I was like, hey, that was so nice. Do you want to hang out sometime? And we actually went to Chick-fil-A on our first official hangout. And yeah, and then just kind of grew from there. And we started at McDonald's, and then he likes to make the joke that he got free food because I was his manager. And so the rest is history. Here we are 4 years later, and yeah. So McDonald's is the place to find love to all you current singles out there.
And buy your prospective wife Vans.
Yes, do it. Okay, on to the next one.
So, let's see what we got here. Habanero honey mustard. I think this one will go better with fries than the black truffle. It's 3 fire, so a little spicier, but we'll give it a shot and hit up this next question.
Yeah, so what resources do you feel like the BYU-I CSE department should be offering from what they currently have?
The suspense. It's slightly spicy. I mean,
okay.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
What do you think the BYU-I CSE department should currently be offering to students?
Like resources-wise?
Yeah. What are they lacking?
I hear the tutoring, the poor drop-in labs don't have enough tutors. So maybe if the school even invested in that by hiring full-time tutors for the lab. But yeah, besides that, I think they're doing really good. One of the coolest things for me is when I learn cloud computing and stuff, they give us tokens to get into AWS, and you get to use the AWS Learner Lab, which is amazing. And also in my SQL class, we get a free account into Data Camp, and we can earn certificates, full certificates that would cost like hundreds of dollars otherwise. So I'm really excited about that. But as far as things that the place could offer, I think Drop-In Lab could use a little love. Which I'm one to talk. I haven't volunteered yet. So volunteer at the Drop-In Lab. Make BYU-I CSE a better place.
Especially if you're a web dev major, they need web development. Oh, but one thing that I was even thinking of was like hackathons.
Yes, hackathons. They had the mini hackathon last week, and they're having another hackathon in the fall. I think that'll be a great opportunity, both for students and for the faculty.
Yeah, especially if they can start offering it every semester instead of just like once every like school term.
Yeah, that would be, because a lot of students aren't here in the fall.
Exactly.
So, maybe,
We'll see.
We'll see.
Okay. Please be
All right,
good.
going in.
Please be good.
It's habanero. No good? Oh no.
I'm not a big honey mustard person.
That's fair. All right. Well,
But
for
on
your
the
next
spice,
question.
yeah, sorry, but on the
No,
spice,
go ahead. Yeah.
it's there.
It's there.
It's got a punch.
It's got a punch.
Just gross beginning taste.
Okay, so your next question, very important question.
Okay.
1 billion lions versus the sun. Who wins?
Do the lions have like any powers?
Just
Like-
regular African savanna lions. They're in packs though, so it's like 1 billion lions in packs.
See, like I imagine like they could build like a chain, like going up towards the side. You know what I mean? Like
Yes. What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean? A chain?
yeah, like they would just like stand like stack each other up until like they like reach the atmosphere and then
Like punch the sun?
like I think that they could make it to the sun.
Yeah.
I don't imagine them winning. I mean, it's the sun, and they'd be incinerated by the time they got to Venus. But
It'd be a pretty sweet ride until then, though, right?
I hope so. Or like maybe if they had wings.
Oh, griffin lions?
Yes,
Yeah.
griffins. The sun's winning. I feel like it'd be
The
more.
sun is?
Yeah, but I feel like it'd be like more playing field if like it was gorillas versus lions.
Gorillas versus lions,
I feel
yes.
like gorillas would win.
Versus 100 lions?
Yeah, gorillas would win.
Okay. I personally think the lions would win against gorillas, but I know gorillas are really strong.
Are you crazy?
Well, gorillas are actively hunted by jaguars in their natural environment. And lions are similar to jaguars,
But like
or not
gorillas
jaguars.
can just like rip you apart. Like no.
That's true.
No ifs, ands, or buts. Like you're dead. Okay, next sauce.
What is our next sauce?
Okay, this one's 4. Fire roasted garlic habanero.
That'll probably be a bit of a step up.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm feeling about the garlic.
Garlic on fries. Look, this will help people know what flavors go on fries. I mean, none of these were made for fries. Let's be real. But
We're from Idaho. So what are
Idaho,
we meant
hot
to do?
potato.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. If you could ask Harambe a question, what would, what would it be? Oh no.
I'd ask him why we decided hot sauce and fries were a good combination.
They're not.
They're great. No, they're...
Everyone should try it.
Yeah. Well, so, Harambe,
Yeah.
I'd probably ask him, I'd probably just thank him. I'd thank him for preserving our timeline. Because it's because of his sacrifice we were able to stay in the third dimensional timeline. It was a canon event. If I could ask him another question, it'd probably be, how's he doing? How's life in heaven? Probably something like that.
That's so boring.
Was it worth it? I don't know. Harambe, he was a complicated character. Whew, that one is really spicy, actually. I'm gonna have to bust out the milk. We did bring milk, by the way. It's just great value brand.
Again, we're poor.
What should I ask Harambe? I don't know. What do you ask a gorilla?
Did the government conspire against you to have you killed?
Did they?
I think so.
I'm not allowed to answer questions like that. If I could ask him anything, I guess I'd just ask him, how does it feel being a hero? How does it feel being Harambe? I'd be in awe of his presence.
It's like a core memory for our generation.
It was a canon event. It was a canon event.
Bro. Bring it on.
It's an experience.
It's an experience.
It's pretty hot.
Okay.
I felt the spice in this one. Here, I can move these out of the way.
So they know I'm putting it on?
To the non putting it on.
Yeah. It's just gross.
Maybe we'll do actual wings next time.
I think so.
You think so? All right,
so.
Your question.
It's hot. It's spicy.
Your question is, what do you want people to know about you? Do you need some milk?
Yeah. Pour me a glass while I'm...
Yeah.
Okay, what people should know about me. I didn't come in as a CSE major or like wanting to be. It was just kind of like, oh, money. And that's kind of why I got into it, because I was like, English and history, sorry. Even as my best subjects, they weren't going to like lead me anywhere. So I don't know, I was like, I'll try it out. I'll be like one of the girls who does it, because like we're an extremely, I don't know, what's the word? Extremely like
a minority in the
lower represented
yeah.
people in this department, and it took a lot of adjusting, because like you go into these classes and you're like, some of these people have been like making Minecraft mods since like 7th or 8th grade, and I'm coming and being like, hey, so heard you like make money in this position, like what's happening? I don't know what a terminal is. I don't know what programming is. And if you were here in 2020, this degree actually started with a C++ class. You did not start out in Python. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you would technically start off like with 9 credits of coursework as compared to what they have us doing now to get our certificate. Then you were actually like coding, like we would actually be like coding in the terminal. Like we weren't using like VS Code or like Xcode or anything. And so it was really hard. And of course, like, we only got AI like 2 years ago. And that was like one of the things that, like, I passed the class. I passed it and I was like, I can do this in my sleep. I can't. Don't ask me to. But I was like, oh, like, I'm smart. I'm capable. I can do this. And it was kind of like when that switched on, then I was like, okay, I'm in. Like, I want to keep going. I want to continue doing this. And so I'm a big advocate that, like, girls should learn how to program. If you're a different major, take a programming class. If you're I know a lot of girls are in UI, UX design. Come take a programming class. It might be beneficial. You might like it. I thought, like, this was very, like, a linear degree. I didn't realize, like, how innovative or, like, how you can be creative in programming. But that was one of the things I learned, and it's, like, there's no way to, like, solve a problem. There's no one way. When I realized that, like, the opportunity is, like, endless, and, like, what you're only as big as, like, your imagination, I was like, I'm sold. You got me. So, hey, if you want to come program, do it. It'll probably be the best decision you make. Not gonna lie. Even if you're a marketing major, highly recommend it.
Throwing shade at the marketing majors, okay. That's okay. We love marketing majors too. I mean, we do this podcast.
Exactly.
So we have a kinship.
Exactly. But have you seen, like, those, like, funny videos where, like, all marketing majors do is just coloring?
Look, that's a gross misrepresentation, I'd say.
Yeah, but just come learn how to program. Take a programming class. You won't regret it.
Any degree would benefit from a programming certificate. One of our professors, I don't know if people knew this, one of our professors was a business major who got 2 programming certificates, and then went on to get his master's in a programming degree.
I actually didn't know that.
So a business major could eventually become, a professor of programming at BYU-I. You never know. I think programming should be taught to everyone, but yeah.
I digress.
I digress. Very, very literally. I guess we're on to our last set of questions and our second to last hottest hot sauce. Which one is that, Savannah?
Melinda's ghost pepper wing sauce. This is 5 hot sauces. Here you go. Let's go.
We're in ghost pepper territory.
It's gonna be great. You can do it.
It's not even the hottest. We got the hottest right over there, but we're not going to talk about that one yet. I'm a little nervous. I'm not going to lie. I'm sweating a little bit.
Really?
Ghost pepper. Yeah, ghost pepper. Ghost pepper's a real deal. I'll get a big one for this. A big chunk. All right, here we go. That's a bit. That's a bit of a dab. Actually, for fries, this is the best flavor so far.
Okay.
Didn't completely gross me out.
I hope it doesn't gross me out.
So it's 5 hot. I'm not really feeling it. Oh, I feel like a flush to my face actually.
You're a little red.
Am I? Did I just get a little red?
No, it's been like growing since the past one. Yeah.
Okay.
What is your why for pursuing higher education?
Well, for me, before I came to school, I was in the steel industry for 3 years. I worked as a machinist, and I was pursuing a dream of actually content creation, believe it or not. And unfortunately, I just eventually hit a wall, and my channel was deleted. The site I uploaded on was no longer operational. It was just like this little video content site I really had invested in, and it went away. And so for me, I was just looking for another way I could express myself creatively and be able to make money off of it. I wanted to be able to make money off of my creativity. And around that time, my wife's brother-in-law started talking to me about programming. He's an AWS architect. And he was talking to me about it. He had an app idea that he wanted to try, and AI had just come out when I started. And so I started out as an AI prompt engineer, really, because I didn't know how to code, but I was going to help my brother-in-law with this project. And so I started doing it, and I just fell in love with programming and the infinite possibilities of what you could make and how you could express yourself and how you could make beautiful things. I just wanted to make beautiful things. And so eventually that startup, kind of fell away, and I was like, well, I guess the next logical step is I need to get an education in this and pursue it. And so my wife and I made the hard decision of leaving our full-time jobs. Well, it wasn't really that hard of a decision. I was pretty glad to leave, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Nothing against that kind of work, and then we came, and I'm here now, and I'm grateful, I'm blessed to be here and to have this opportunity to work for this podcast. All of it has just been a great blessing to me, and I'm really grateful to the Lord that I was able to come out here to pursue higher education. I was very against it. I didn't want to pursue higher education, but the Lord in His mercy helped push me towards the path that I needed to be on, and I'm forever grateful for that. This is really, really hot.
Bring it on.
I will say, which one is it? It's that one?
Yeah.
The 5? I will say, actually kind of comparable to the 4 in hotness. But
oh, really?
Way better taste, in my opinion.
Okay.
But we'll see what you think.
We're going for it.
Let's go.
It's like Tabasco.
Tabasco? Really? I felt it was a little creamier, but like a creamy Tabasco.
Yeah.
All right, for your final question, you are a senior. This is your last semester.
Yeah.
What do you look forward to most in your career?
Well, I'm still applying. I'm in my final round of job interviews.
Let's go.
Yes, I have them tomorrow, so hopefully I get it. Fingers crossed.
Everybody comment, go Savannah, get the interview.
Yes, please. Send the good vibes, send the prayers. I think I'm just excited. Been here for 3 years. I've done everything I possibly could to be involved, to learn everything I can. I am a bit of a perfectionist, so I take like good grades very seriously. They matter, especially if you take Brother Helfrich's class. Like, you are like, how can I get this to be the best possible code or pattern so I can get an A? If like you get an A, like you just like feel it in your soul, like rejoicing. But I think when it comes to graduating, I'm really just excited to like now take everything that I've learned and kind of like go off on my own and be like, okay, like what do I want to do? What do I want to focus on? Because right now the position I'm looking at is like a data privacy specialist. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, so that's a lot of like with Python. There's some front end development, and then like some Power BI analyst stuff, and I'm excited about that. But like for me, I think it's just more so like, what like do I want to put my name on? What do like I want to create? Like, well, how do I want to contribute? Because you graduate, you're like, okay, like I can be an innovator now. Like, I've met like all these awesome instructors and people who have like done their senior projects and have worked on like really cool stuff and like have made things at their own. And then I think as I get ready to graduate, I'm like, what's my niche? What am I passionate about? Like, what do I like want to work on? Be like, oh yeah, I built like this automated system for my house that like keeps track of like temperatures and like changes it like as it like reaches certain thresholds. Or do I want to build like a days of the month calendar for going in a nursery and I'm teaching kids like, oh hey, like guess whose birthday it is? Like, possibilities are endless. Like, I've taken all these tools, and especially here, like instructors really push you to be like, make your own projects, do something that you can be proud of and like you want to showcase on your portfolio, your LinkedIn, and like be confident and proud of like something that you did personally. And as I get ready to graduate, I think I'm just really excited about that. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I can do it. And I'm going to have the time now because I'm not focused on 16 credit coursework.
Yeah.
And so I think that'll be good.
I think that will be good.
Right?
We're excited for you.
Thank you.
Well, we're about to try out the last of our hot sauces. Everything up to this point's been in the thousands on the Scoville unit. This one is 2.6 million Scovilles. So
How do you even know that? I can't.
I looked it up.
But this is from Hot Ones, not sponsored, of course. The last dab.
But we're huge fans, obviously.
Experience. Go, go, go. Here you go.
Okay.
Bottoms up.
Brother, there is no way I'm bottoms upping this. I'll put a couple of dabs. You can smell how spicy it is.
Oh, it doesn't even like have like a dripper. It's just.
Oh no, it's just straight up.
Oh.
Look,
Oh.
I'm putting the tiniest bit on there. There you go. Alright, here it goes.
Okay. What is the worst programming language you've coded in?
The worst programming language I've coded in personally. That's a good question. This is probably going to be very controversial. And I know my opinion on this will change because one day this will be probably my main programming language, but JavaScript. What is the deal with JavaScript? And man, that is so spicy. It just hit me all at once, like JavaScript does on your first day. It's like, whoa, that is really spicy. Holy moly. Yeah, JavaScript is terrible. I like TypeScript. TypeScript is like JavaScript's older brother. Younger brother, but he's better than JavaScript in every way. That is so spicy. Holy. Go ahead, try it.
Bring it on.
Don't put as much as I did.
No, I got to. I'm scared. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
That's good enough. No, bro.
Don't care. I can do this.
What's going to happen is, at first you're going to be like, Oh, no big deal. I'll just swish it all in my mouth. And then it's gonna... Oh my gosh. So, in your opinion, what's the worst programming language?
I would say C#. Going from, because your first two
Really?
classes are in Python, and then you go to C#. I hated it. It's the freaking worst. I feel like there's so many more efficient ways you could be programming, but then you get to C# and it's like, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. And it was my first, like, object-oriented language I learned. But I would way rather code in JavaScript or C++.
Are you starting to feel it?
I mean, I feel it, but
What the? I'm such a wimp.
But
Even worse than C++?
yeah, no, I love C++. I can code in C.
What?
Yeah. Okay.
It's made from the hottest peppers in the world. Is it still building?
No, I think it's there, but it's just in on one consolidated area of my mouth.
Oh, I switched it around.
Oh,
I was
see?
like, I want to make sure I get a good reaction, and I did. Like, I'm almost crying.
You did good.
Almost. Too manly to cry. No, I'm about to cry. I'm not gonna lie. Well, cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that that concludes our hot potato episode. If you guys enjoyed, please leave us a like, subscribe,
Yes.
comment.
Thank
We're
you
doing
so much.
this for you.
Like, literally.
We do it for free. Just kidding.
Wink.
But it is free to you.
Yeah, not us, though.
See you guys. My nose, bro. It's always my nose.